Hello, lovely people. Maybe you ever thought about how Native Americans remembered things, remembered stories in their life, because we have normally books, but a Native American, a Plains Indian, would never have a book in his normal tipi. So how did they do this? How did they remember stories from recent years, or some things that happened that were very important to them? So here I have a bison fur, or a hide, a large hide, and you see all these paintings on this. And these paintings are normally we call it ledger art. These are male storytelling. It's this kind of stories were not really made by women. Women did geometric designs instead. So men were telling their stories, and this is a design style because it developed over the years from approximately 1860 to 1870. So bisons were still there, they could still hunt, and they could paint their stories on ropes. And sometimes you have these ropes with just one design per year, with the very important things that happened. That's called the winter count. This was made by the Dakota Cheyenne tribes. They had similar things, but these were also personal, and the people were telling personal stories. This could be stored in a teepee behind the bed. So when you go to an entrance, the teepee, and you go inside, and on the wall on the other side, such a rope would hang. Sometimes, not in all teepees, but if there was a very brave warrior, sometimes these ropes were showing his bravery. Sometimes these ropes even had a blanket strip in the middle, and they would tell these stories by being worn from a warrior, so he could show his war exploits while wearing such a robe instead of a blanket. Later on, blankets were used. And when the buffaloes became less and less, the people used in the reservation era, they used normal books, blank books. This is called a ledger, and they were painting these designs, these simple designs, on these blank pages of the books, cheap books for just writing something in. So this is called ledger art. But stories, painted stories, were also told on other pieces of garment. For example, this is a man's shirt. It's a style approximately 1830, and you see here, these are cumens. You have a head here, and you have a body here, and also these pipes, and sometimes just strips on these shirts or leggings. And these designs were also telling stories, and would tell the one that stand in front of somebody, of such a wearer, how brave the wearer was, because they marked raids, they marked horse stealing raids, and the people told this on their dresses. So maybe you learned something new today. Please look at the other videos of this channel. Goodbye.